This episode of The Movie Men is brought to you by Norm's Family Restaurant.
Since 1947, it's Hanover's oldest restaurant. Always clean, always fresh.
I mean, has it been the oldest restaurant since 1947?
We'll have an episode about that in the future.
Okay. Well, hello and welcome to the second attempt of this episode of The Movie Men.
The Movie Men podcast, Brady.
The Movie Men podcast. Yeah, sorry. Sometimes I forget that we're a podcast.
Well,
sometimes I think we're a romance novel series.
Yeah, that's on Thursdays.
What? What do you do? Is this why every time I'm like, hey, let's get together and record on Thursday? You're like, no, sorry, I've got stuff going on.
I've already said too much.
Like, what is this? No. What is this group? You've got a group?
I've got a business card. I'll give it to you later.
Okay, that's commitment to a weird cause.
So we've got a bonus episode for you.
We've got a bonus episode. Hooray! Middle of the week.
Huzzah!
This is your hump episode.
Yep. They won't receive it on Hump Day, but they'll get it after
I don't know. Maybe they will.
We'll see.
Tomorrow's Hump Day.
I don't even know what
They'll
day
get
it
it
is.
Tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Okay,
Tuesday.
true. I don't sleep.
What are you doing?
I don't sleep that much, so the days it's just like one big long day. That's 7.
Why don't you sleep? Because of the fruit of your looms.
My daughter, yes.
Oh, right. Fruit of the loom is like underwear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't worry, we'll edit that part out, I'm sure.
Oh, we're not editing anything out ever. So a little bit of housekeeping.
Yes.
We're not alone in the universe.
We have a guest.
And that guest's name is
Mr. Kenneth Money Pennington.
Thank you.
Money? Why is there a story here?
Well, I'm going to give him an introduction. He doesn't need one.
Okay.
But
well, then
please.
For those who don't know him, Kevin is a young professional. He is a 2-time pickleball champion.
Stop. You're making me blush. Stop it.
But most importantly for tonight, he is a Lion King connoisseur.
I'll take
yes.
that. That is true.
Yeah. He has a
Among
tattoo.
all those other things.
He has a tattoo that actually says that.
You weren't supposed to see that, but okay.
that says Lion King connoisseur.
Yeah, you can only see it in tank top season. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm a big fan of don't judge others. And, it's your body, it's your life, do your own thing.
Right.
If you had a tattoo that said Lion King connoisseur, I'd probably laugh right in your face.
I'll keep my shirt on, just don't look at my right shoulder,
Yeah.
You won't see it.
I'd be that kid from The Simpsons.
Nelson?
Yeah, that's right.
So a couple more pieces of housekeeping.
Right. Get those mothballs out.
As previously mentioned, this is a bonus episode, which means a couple of things. One, it means you don't have to wait till Sunday. That's exciting. 2, it means that we are more than likely reviewing a movie that's currently in the theaters. Also exciting. And number 3, it means that our usual format, which includes keeping the episode to a reasonable length and ending the episode with what we watched this week and some recommendations for each other. We don't really worry about any of that. We kind of just focus on the movie, and we let the episode kind of be its own thing.
We let it breathe.
We unzip what needs to be unzipped. So
we let it air out.
Yeah.
Couple more pieces of housekeeping. Obviously, spoilers. And
yes, spoilers.
As we alluded to, we have a guest. This is our first guest, other than our brief cameo of Violet, who really didn't have a speaking role in that episode.
She produced that well.
She produced it well.
That was very well put.
Violet being your little girl.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. Some context, Pete.
Sorry, I should
Context
explain that.
is king.
Sleep is king. Of which I don't know anything about. So just with a guest, we're kind of working through this process. So our tech is fine. It's adequate. But if it just sounds a little fuzzy, hazy, or weird at times, that's just why.
The guy that takes care of all of our audio is far from a professional.
Steve is a joke. Yeah. Kevin, just ignore Steve.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. He's the guy in the corner
we'll
with
keep him with the door closed.
Yeah.
All right.
He's the guy in the corner with a dunce cap. Spoilers. We're going to talk about this movie as if you were the guy selling the milk duds up and down the aisle.
Right. Which you might be.
You might be.
You might be.
Hey, Steve.
Steve.
Hey, Steve. Yeah. No, we're just going to talk. Now, we probably won't spoil much for you story-wise because, I mean, if you're anybody who's anybody, you've seen the original Lion King.
Right.
And so, I mean, for the most part, you already know the story. But there's some fun differences between the original and this one.
Yeah.
There's some things that they chose to do artistically, and we don't want to spoil any of those for you if you're not prepared to have them spoiled.
Yeah.
So go to your local hole-in-the-wall theater, or your drive-in, or your Cineplex, or your Silver City, or whatever.
Sure.
Wherever you are.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Yeah.
And then come back.
And listen.
And spend an hour and a half listening to us talk very professionally.
Yes.
Because it's what we do. We are professionals.
Yeah.
And we take our job very seriously.
Yep.
And that's about as far as I can go with that and not feel like a total...
Let's get into it.
Okay. So, Kevin...
Ready?
Yay or nay?
I'm going to give it a yay. That's a thumbs up for me.
All right.
Yeah.
Pete, yay or nay?
Yay. I think it was worth the price of admission.
Awesome. Is anyone going to ask
Brady.
what I care?
Yay or nay?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I
Brady.
would, okay.
Can you ask Steve what he thinks?
I didn't know if you're going to ask.
Ask
Yeah.
Steve what he thinks.
Hey, Steve?
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, what do you think?
I think he's giving a thumbs up in the corner. Yeah, I see him. Yeah.
I think he's flipping me off.
Now look.
Oh,
who's
is that
bold.
finger? Yeah.
Come on, son.
I had a blast.
Yep.
I brought
Okay.
my mom.
Yeah, I thought I saw her there.
Yeah, she was the person sitting beside me.
I think she's
My
the
mom.
person I talked to and I said, "Hi, Brady's mom. I'm Peter."
Yes.
But-
Yeah, it was your first time meeting her.
Yeah, in person.
This is also my first time meeting Kevin.
Yes.
Right. And this is my first time meeting both of you, so this is really kind of a
this
fun
is-
all around.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah.
I had a blast. What was really, I leaned over to you just before the movie started, and I said, I said, this is my prediction. When the movie starts, I'm gonna get chills. I'm gonna get goosebumps because I said we all know how the movie's gonna start. The screen's gonna go black.
It's nostalgia. You knew it was coming.
Yeah, the screen's gonna go
That's right.
black, and
Yep.
then it'll cut to the horizon shot,
Right.
and the sun
Yep.
will crest over the African horizon.
Yes.
And the singing will start, and it'll be like you'll be transported back in time. And I would say that my prediction was 100% accurate. There were several times in this movie that I got chills. And I would say pretty much any time music started, I got chills. Like I got chills when Just Can't Wait to Be King started.
Right.
Because the instrumentally, like the voices were different singing them.
Oh, yeah.
But instrumentally, there were a lot of hits that were like basically this, like when Hakuna Matata started,
Yep.
I was like, oh
No,
my gosh.
Yeah, the score was on point for me. All the songs, like you said, you got those goosebumps. You know the song, but it's different.
Yeah.
But everybody remember them.
Yeah.
You sing along, like everybody's kind of bopping around a little bit.
Your feet start tapping.
Yeah.
You know what's coming. You're enjoying it. It's good.
Yeah.
The one that I wish, one of my favorite songs is "Be Prepared," and so they did kind of a rendition of
They
that.
did a different
Yes.
version.
And they didn't want to offend people with some of the marching like they did in the original cartoon. So I understand it. So that was the only... I wasn't disappointed, but I if that one had gone on, I would have appreciated it.
That and another reason why they had to cut a bunch of that song out, if you think about it. Lyrically, the majority of that song in the animated movie is Scar making comments about he's kind of taking shots at the intelligence of the hyenas,
Right.
and because in the cartoon the hyenas are a lot more slapstick.
Yeah.
They're pretty stupid with the exception of Shenzai.
Yeah.
Shinzi.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi
Yes,
Goldberg
yes.
in the original one.
Yeah.
And so he kind of is, taking shots at them the whole
Right.
time.
That's actually a good point.
But in this one, the hyenas are a lot more intelligent.
To the credit of this movie, yeah.
Yes. And let's agree on how to say it. Shenzi.
Shenzi.
I think it's
Shenzi?
like Shinzi. Or
Apologies to all the Lion King buffs
Yes.
out there.
Sorry.
After our previous Lion King episode, I got pinned against the wall for all our butchering of the names.
Did you really? By who?
Someone I live with.
Oh, okay. Oh. Your
1 month old.
your 1 month old daughter.
I'm not going to name names.
She's so much scarier in this one.
They're all
Agreed.
They're all intimidating.
She's like menacing.
Yeah.
And at first, like everything that was supposed to be sad in this movie felt sadder than the original. Everything that was supposed to be scary felt scarier than going into it. Jeremy Irons does an amazing job of voicing Scar in the original.
Yeah.
He's got that menacing kind of just twisted voice. And I don't think the actor in this one had quite the same twisted voice to it.
He didn't.
No, I
But-
thought I was gonna get torched for this, but I totally agree. There was something about his voice. It wasn't evil.
Yeah.
There was something off with it that the original Scar. It just had that menacing voice.
Jeremy Irons, I legit read this in for the original Lion King. Like, he went into the recording studios and smoked like a chimney just to get his voice even
Just to
more
get that
gravelly and
kind
just
of-
kind of
Yeah,
get into
yeah.
that persona character
Yeah.
It had
voice.
that grit. In
Yeah. And I do feel in this live action one, it was fine, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eh.
But yeah, the hyenas, I like in the elephant graveyard,
yeah.
I was scared for these two
Because
pups.
there's this subtle, as they first approach, there's this subtle laughing that's happening, and it's like kind of human laughing, but it's also very animal, and it's like, the sound mixing in this was incredible, because especially when Scar is talking, I picked up that they kind of, every time one of the lions talked, especially the male lions, they would kind of very subtly overlay a roar into it. So as they were talking, there was kind of this animalistic deep roar,
Yeah, when
and
they-
the louder they talked, the more present
pick
that
up-
roar
yeah.
became. But to me, that was really cool.
Yeah, that was
in
neat.
there.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the one where Scar's kind of taken over. Not a huge spoiler. I mean, we've kind of talked about this, but
Yeah.
when he's really punctual on a few of his notes, and he gets that little roar kind of mixed in with his talking voice, and I thought that
cool.
was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that a few times as well. I thought that was
Yeah.
pretty neat.
Sorry, side note here, Kevin. Don't be afraid to put your face right up to the
Okay.
microphone.
I've
so
only
we
made
can
out
hear
with
you.
it thrice, so it's still kind of clean.
Right. I wouldn't lick it
No.
unless
No.
you're up to date on your immunizations.
Yeah. Even then,
yeah.
there's some things that aren't curable.
There are so many things stylistically in this movie. As I was driving my mom back to her place, we talked about the fact that just attention to small details.
Right.
She pointed out to me, even during the movie, that towards the end of the movie, all of the female lions, whether it was Sarabi, Cassidy,
Sarabi.
Yeah.
Sarabi.
Sarabi, yeah.
Yeah.
and Nala, and all of them
Right.
were getting thinner
Okay, yes.
because they weren't getting priority of they weren't getting to eat properly.
Malnourished.
That and something like this, I noticed it the second they did it, and I thought I think it was supposed to be somewhat of a subtle thing.
Yeah.
But the fact that I noticed it didn't bother, I was still like, oh, hats off to you. From the very moment that, after Mufasa dies, from the very moment that Scar returns to Pride Rock, right up until the end of the film, we never see Pride Rock again where it's not overcast. Like that initial scene, so everything in Pride Rock prior to that is a bright blue sky. There's very lush African colors, and the second that scene happens where Scar is telling everyone what happened in the gorge, it is super gray.
Right.
Like they've really toned down emotionally. They're trying to convey to you things are
gloomy.
Things are gloomy. Things
Yeah.
are not good.
Yeah.
So that was I appreciate that so much. I was like, wow.
All subtle things, but kind of contribute towards the end goal of just conveying a theme and conveying just different things.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I have a little side note here.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen Lion King in 15 years, but like
Cool.
as a kid watching it, I loved it. But
Yeah.
the very first scene of the movie, Scar paraphrases and says, "I'm the brains, Mufasa's the bronze," essentially.
Yep.
And then he goes and talks to the hyenas, and he's talking about how they're over hunting. And then the first thing he does when he becomes king, as the brains, is he overhunts and he kind of ruins the Pride Rock. Did anybody else I only picked up on that when I was watching it now,
Oh, I missed it.
and I was just
Yeah.
like, he's supposed to be the smart guy, and why is he saw what they did, and he's allowing them to do it to his Pride Land now.
Yeah.
Right.
And I never picked up on that as a kid, but
Yeah.
it was like sticking right in your face as an adult watching this movie.
Right.
And I was like, what's going on with Scar? You're supposed to be the brains.
Yeah.
Get,
Well,
get your face right in there, Kevin.
I'm still too
Get into
quiet.
You're still too far away.
I'm sorry.
You gotta imagine you're whispering in the ears of the audience.
We're gonna turn this into an ASMR.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So-
yeah, no, absolutely. I didn't pick up on that.
But as like a kid, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't understand the whole thick of the plot and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
But I
think-
remember watching it the first time. That's all I could think of was like, you're the brains. Like, what's your thought process behind this?
Yeah. I wondered, and correct me if I'm wrong. We did just watch the animated one,
Yeah.
or the original
Yep.
animated one.
Yep.
But maybe I missed this, but it's my impression that in the animated one, when Scar first approaches the hyenas, it's kind of like he's already somewhat like, I don't know.
They're acquainted already.
They're acquainted
Oh,
already.
yeah. Oh, for
and,
sure.
And they already kind of, like, the hyenas are already kind of his henchmen.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And in this one, it wasn't like they didn't really know who he
Agreed.
was when
Yeah.
he arrived.
Right.
And they threatened to kill him.
Who do you smell like? Oh, that's Mufasa.
That's
Yeah.
literally the scene I was kind of just alluding to. Was,
Yeah.
I thought similar thing. I was like, and we haven't really touched on this, but this movie's 20 minutes longer than the original animated one.
Right.
So there are some scenes that were added, some that were extended, some that were completely different. Some were spot on, the exact same, but they kind of took some creative liberties with doing some things. And I think that was a completely new scene where they first meet him that you were just alluding to there.
Yeah.
Right.
Where they're not buddy yet.
They're not. They don't.
That's kind of their first encounter.
Yeah.
Where the kind of his
which,
plot thickens.
which again
essentially.
was, I think, played a role in giving the hyenas more intelligence and more independence and power in this one.
Right.
Is that in the original, they, except for at the end when they kind of rebel and turn on him, they're doing what they're told to do because they're his lackeys.
Yeah.
And
Where-
it's refreshing almost in this.
yeah,
new,
in this
new
one,
live
it's
action.
more like in this one, it really matters that Scar brings something appealing to the table in order to win them over, and then through that he ends up manipulating them and ruling over them and treating them quite poorly.
And on that point too, I feel like in the live action one, the hyenas themselves just had a bigger presence.
Yeah.
In the original, there's kind of like the big three.
Right.
But in this one, like kind of any hyena scene, there wasn't even scenes where I'm the big three. I don't know why I'm calling them that, but that's where we're gonna go with it.
Sure.
Where it was just them. In this one, in the new one, there's kind of not that they have like speaking roles or anything like that, but just physically having more hyenas. I think that kind of that was one of the differences I noticed as well. Yeah, they're not. It's not plot twisting or anything like that. No. It's just you can tell that they have. It's almost more power in numbers, essentially, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It gave them more of a presence, just in the movie in general.
Yeah.
So I thought that was something like you kind of touching on there that I kind of picked up on. And I was like, they kind of, because with only 3, it's kind of like, But when there's a whole pack of them, kind of thing, and at the very end, I mean, they were always there in the original. You just didn't see them, as much as you just saw in this one.
You're right. Far more intimidating.
Yeah. Were there any other scenes that you noticed that were dramatically different?
Well, it's interesting that Jon Favreau. I was watching an interview with him, and the kind of but the challenge that he was trying to kind of master was keeping certain elements of this movie exactly the same, because they're just fundamentally just so important to the movie. But then there were some things that he wanted to just creatively do his own interpretation in. And it was finding that balance of what am I not rocking the boat too much with, but just it is his creative project. So it was interesting to see some things that were just exactly the same, tastefully mirrored. But it was fun seeing some montages that were just created, like the scruff of hair.
Yes, the Rafiki scene.
That's
exactly
went
what
through like the circle of life, so to speak, and rolls into Rafiki's hands, quite literally. So there was just different scenes like that were importance of washing your hands.
Exactly.
So just different scenes like that were just little, not fundamentally all earth shattering, but just gave little nuances, little changes.
Something that I know he did make a bunch of changes to very deliberately was the personification of the animals, right? So in the original, they're all of the animals are very humanoid. In this, like they've their faces are a little more human facial featured. They have eyebrows that kind of move and help show expressions. You have things like Scar lying in a hammock, twirling twirling a stone between his fingers, or the mouse. During I Just Can't Wait to Be King, them forming a pyramid of animals, so just certain things that they or in many cases walking on 2 legs. Right. There are moments where they walk on 2 legs in the original. So just sort of eliminating some of those things in order to keep sort of that realism.
Yeah, they definitely went for the more of a realism approach. Even in some of this other scenes, they kind of extended it to kind of explain things to make it slightly more realistic, or animals interacting with each other, like some animals with the lions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like they don't explain that in the original, but they kind of go in more detail. And it's not nothing crazy. Just 1 or 2 lines that kind of make you realize that this is a lion and this is a gazelle, and usually they wouldn't interact like they would in the original.
Yeah. Can I ask just a tangent question? I've just got a question here. All right. So going on, I can't ask this question.
Next one.
So a question. So later in the movie when Nala comes and hunts, quote unquote, Pumbaa.
Yeah.
And then they realize, hey, I know Simba? We all know each other.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hunt Pumbaa anymore. We're all friends. We can communicate with each other. It's not that our communication is limited to our species or predators and prey. Like predators can only talk to each other. Prey can only talk to each other. I just find it fundamentally flawed that during the stampede section, why couldn't they just communicate and say, guys, it's all cool. Stop trampling each other for 5 minutes. Let's have rational heads prevail.
Yeah.
But they were being chased by the hyenas, though, right? And in their mind, they were running for their lives, right?
But they could communicate and
Which I
say,
think I also
you guys are fine.
I also missed in the original that it was the hyenas causing the stampede.
It for sure was, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I just don't understand in this world why communication can happen in some ways, but not in others.
Well, and and that's the thing, is something I thought about during it. It's funny the things that you think about when it seems more real,
Right.
that you don't have an issue with when it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
True.
And so one of those being when, like, the relationship between, for instance, a lion and an antelope or a gazelle or whatever it is they were, right? There's a scene where they're like, Mufasa's talking to Simba, and he says something about everyone from you need to protect everyone from the ant to the mighty antelope or whatever. And Simba says, don't we eat those?
Yeah.
And Mufasa says, yes, but, and it's actually a great line. He says, but when we die, we turn into the grass.
Yeah. It goes both ways.
And then they eat us. And that's kind of hence the mighty circle of life.
Yeah.
But in this scene, they're pretty close to the antelope that they're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
And there seems to be, the antelope definitely notice them.
Oh, yeah.
They're definitely aware that they're there, and they're not running for their life. So when is it what is the relationship between the antelope and the lion, where the antelope goes, I'm not going to run from you.
Yeah.
Because I know my place in the circle of life.
Yeah.
That's true.
And when it's time for you to hunt me, you'll hunt me.
Maybe they've got... Oh, sorry, go ahead. No.
And even there's a few scenes where they talk about hunting, so it's not like they're not hunting. They're more open in this one that yes, we do hunt the gazelles, the zebras, stuff like that.
Can you imagine just what? Hi, sorry, your name? Fred. Fred. Hi, I'm Mufasa. I've selected you for lunch today. Terribly sorry about that, chap.
Did you ever read the story in school called The Lottery?
No.
So essentially, this whole town has a lottery, and once a year, the person who wins the lottery gets stoned.
Like stones thrown at them?
Killed.
They stone him to
murdered.
death. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe it's something like that. Maybe everyone in this universe is just really comfortable with predestination, and they're like, yep, I'm meal number 27 on February 13th.
But then at the same time, remember later on in the movie, and fair enough, Simba kind of jumps out of the grass out of nowhere, and Gazelle kind of he flips out and he's running, and he's like, "Oh, you're not a real, you know what I mean?" So I never actually picked up on that, but they are, because my original thinking was that it's more of a realistic movie, and that's to me a lot of the extra 20 minutes came from them kind of explaining, making stuff slightly more realistic or believable, or kind of giving some backstories to what they're doing that they kind of didn't do in the original.
Right.
Which I enjoyed. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, now that you say that,
the gazelle with Timon and Pumbaa lead me to another, or leads us to another change.
Okay.
Sorry, not a change, but maybe an addition.
Sure.
In this one, Timon and Pumbaa have a whole group of friends.
Oh yeah, that network.
Yeah, there's a network of animals, which was so cool. It wasn't, in the original, they're in the woods or in the jungle, I guess, and it's only ever just the three of them, and they're eating bugs, and it's just the three of them. And in this, there was there's all kinds of animals.
The one scene where I can't remember what song they're singing now, but
the lions in the jungle,
in the jungle.
In the jungle, yeah.
The lion sleeps tonight.
It starts out with Timon and Pumbaa, and then some
and
bird comes
joins,
in, and it's so cool.
It was so,
but it got cut short because that's the Nala scene where she appears, and it's I remember seeing it this time, and I was like, oh man, I wish that kind of lasted a little longer. I really enjoyed that scene. The song got cut short because obviously what happens later in the movie, but just oh, that was actually a really cool scene.
Another example of kind of Jon Favreau, that is a carbon copy of what happens in the cartoon, but because they are different characters, they have their network, it balloons into this kind of like pentatonics-ish, like just people just singing on
an acapella thing.
An acapella,
Those are kind of the main big changes.
Can I say one that kind of was of bugging me? That
for sure.
So all these changes we've kind of been talking about, they're more like creative leeway stuff. That's not huge.
Yeah.
But one thing that I noticed the very first time I watched this was, so Mufasa's died. Scar talks to Simba, tells him to run, and then he tells the hyenas kill him. In the original, Simba jumps off the cliff, he falls in the tumbleweed, and then they have some comedy stuff. I think it's Ed slaps into one of them, he falls into thorns, he jumps back out.
Oh yeah.
And then all three of them watch him run away, and they say something along the lines of, he'll never make it, he's as good as dead. But in this one, what did we say we're gonna call her? Shenzi? She says to the other two, she kind of, that's another thing, she kind of has more of a leadership role. Like you can tell she's kind of like the high pecking order. She says kill him, and she leaves. So at the end of the movie, when they find out, and it's not huge plot, but it does kind of alter the plot to the point where I was like, this isn't kind of creative. This is, they're changing the movie slightly, in my opinion. Like, it's not huge. I mean, everything's still going to lead to the same, but there's a scene at the end where Scar says something like, oh, Simba's alive, and he kind of looks at them, and they all kind of like dip their heads, you know what I mean?
Cower, yeah.
But that was something that, like, the very first I was like, that's different, and that's not a creative liberty. That's more of like, that's kind of plot altering, and that's the only one that I really was like, you know, that kind of changed the movie a little bit for me.
Right.
Like, not that I don't enjoy it, but it just kind of changed the whole plot and kind of the outlook on who knows what, and you know what I mean. Like, that was one of the changes that kind of was plot altering slightly, not huge, but just different, more than a creative liberty. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. I don't know if we talked about this, but the intro song montage, Circle of Life,
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Brady?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I think I was, because it's right at the start of the movie. I think it was still, you know, that song happened at the stage where I'm still trying to figure out where I'm at with this new movie. And so I think the fact that it wasn't, I think that was the only song that I would have rather they used the original recording.
Right.
It was very similar, but it was definitely different. It was sung a little bit differently at times. And that to me was the one part where I would have used the original. Because it's just one of those iconic things that in my mind, like, don't touch it.
Right.
It's just it's just beautiful the way it is.
So my clickbait answer to this, I guess I wasn't really mentally in the zone yet with this movie. So when the sunrise came up and everything, like the song begins and things are kind of rolling along, my initial thoughts were like, this actually kind of sucks. Like I was like, the cartoon is better. I hope this isn't like foreshadowing of how this whole movie is going to be. But honestly, like a roller coaster that just starts slow, then gradually builds and builds and goes faster and faster and faster until you're rolling around and your arms are in the air and you're just going crazy. By the end of this opening Circle of Life montage, like, I was goosebumps, like, I wanted to put my hands in the air and like scream out loud, be like, this movie's amazing.
Which is crazy because I feel like, to me, they could have butchered the first 45 seconds of the movie. But I would have been on such a nostalgia high that they could have done anything as long as they kind of had the song playing in some format. I feel like I would have loved it.
It won me over.
I'm surprised. Like, I'm surprised that yours was actually the opposite, because I would have thought, if anything, you'd go from a high to a low.
Yeah, no, for some reason
a low to a high. Like, that's.
And but I think I agree, Pete. And I wonder if for me it was, again, getting in the zone. And I think that right at the start of the movie, I was almost a little defensive. I was a little, I felt like I was protecting, like I had to protect the original. I had to, and I didn't want to necessarily, like, as much as I wanted to love this movie, I wasn't ready to let my guard down.
Fair enough. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Yeah.
But that one, so which is like, I'm really curious if I'll have those same feelings the second time I watch it, or if by that point I've already embraced this movie for what it is, and I can just enjoy it right out of the gate.
Yeah.
So
also, how cool was that very retro Disney music intro at the beginning?
Like, that Disney was very logo at the beginning.
Yeah. So, and unlike the newer one where it's just a castle and some flags waving, like this was like very much like the 90s, like music and cartoony.
But it's still, but it wasn't the 90s one.
It was updated,
but it was kind of like they had taken the live action one that they use now, and like modified matte painted it, right, kind of cartoonified it a little bit.
Talking about like there's like a black screen with like the gold lettering, like
with that shows the castle and the thing that goes over it.
Okay, I actually didn't pick up on that.
It's different. It's different then, because no, I don't. It was different, but it was good. Like, I leaned over to you and I was like, "This is pretty retro seeming."
It was,
which is fun. Like, it was reminiscent of, this is an older movie.
Yeah.
Which brings me to a question for both of you guys.
Sure.
Kevin first, because he is our guest of honor.
Guests first.
Ladies first.
Kevin, how do you feel? What is your opinion of the fact that Disney is both feet into the live action remake business? So
the key word there, I think you said, is business.
Yeah.
Well, they're in it to make money, and they know where to get it.
And it's working.
As I was gonna say, it seems to be working. It worked on me.
In our rehearsal, we were talking about the numbers. Like, this movie is cleaned up.
That's what I mean. I was never the other one I'm a big fan of is Toy Story. I haven't got around to watching that one yet.
Toy Story 4.
It's just like, Toy Story 4. Sorry.
Yeah.
And that one, I think they're even more strategic about. If you look at the timeline, for the demographic, they're aiming at like number 1 and 2 and 3.
Right.
And I've never seen 4, so I can't speak on 4. But they're kind of targeting people that are you're roughly the same age as Andy, and you're going through similar things as Andy.
That's Pete said
in real life.
Funny you should go back and listen to there's a podcast about that.
I have not watched the Toy Story 4 one, as I just said. I have not seen Toy Story 4, but did you guys talk about that?
Yeah.
I guess I should preface that with that.
Pete feels the same way. Pete feels that,
Yeah, so I think they're like that series for sure. Like,
I felt like
definitely targeting.
Yeah, and I felt like Toy Story 3 does it a little more than Toy Story 4. Like,
I'd buy that.
Going into Toy Story 3, I felt like this movie is meant for me. This movie is meant for people my age.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
just in general, I'm not against it. I know some people, again, it could be the best movie ever.
Yeah.
And sorry, I'm not taking into the mic again. But just they're gonna look back at it, and it's not gonna hold up to their childhood memories. So I think they're taking a risk by doing it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's calculated, and they know they're gonna get money whether people like it or not. But I understand why they're doing it. I'm not against it. I enjoy them. I'm sure I'm gonna like Toy Story 4. I liked New Lion King. But and it seems like as long as they do it tastefully and they don't just kind of bang them out, maybe like one a year kind of thing. Like, I think it'll go well.
Yeah.
I'm not against it. I enjoy it. But how about you, Pete?
I'm specifically, I've got a horse in this race. I'm for some reason super pumped about the live action Mulan that's coming out. Aladdin, I've been on the fence. Like, I will watch it, and Aladdin is one of my favorite Disney cartoons, but I haven't gone around to see live action yet. Lion King, I was like, we need to see this.
Which is surprising, because you said that my Lion King is Aladdin. Your Aladdin is my Lion King, which, I mean, I've been talking about this for months, every day at work. I can't wait.
I think the live action Lion King just has a bit more, like, just oomph to it than maybe the Aladdin is. That's just my perception, but I'm I can't be an old man, and if I yell at clouds, they're not going to listen to me anyway. So I guess I'm just passive. I guess it comes back to the whole remakes thing. Some people love them, but like Brady said in a previous podcast, why not just enjoy a remake? Even if it sucks, even if it's a burning car wreck, you still have that DVD on your shelf of the old one. I say go for it. So live action Mermaid, live action Mulan, why not?
Nobody breaks into your house and takes your Blu-ray of the original and says, that's it. This new one is nobody's gonna George Lucas you and say, no, that's it. This is the way it is now. You can't have the originals. Right. So
Sorry, Brady. What do you think?
I'm in. So I'm in.
Wait, before you, can we ask Steve?
Steve, what are your thoughts?
Steve.
I'm just kidding.
Never mind what a remake is. Just tell us.
He's sleeping. So what have we had? We've had these live action remakes started. Or this wave of live action remakes started with Cinderella.
Okay.
Beauty and the Beast.
Or did Jungle Book come before that? I think Jungle Book came first.
You're right.
Jungle Book, Beauty and the Beast. Maleficent's in there somewhere, but I wouldn't say that's like a different. It is a live action
adaptation almost.
Spin-off, a live action spin-off of, but it's not a hardcore remake.
Right.
Aladdin, and then this.
Yeah. Right.
We have a trailer for Mulan. Mulan's coming.
I think 2020 though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Yep. There's they've announced all the casting information for Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
They have talked about. We've been given some details about what's happening with the Snow White properties. Which again is not quite a remake, because reports out of Disney suggest that while they're going to do a live action Snow White, it is actually going to be a continuation of the story.
Oh, cool.
And it's going to happen further, which is cool. At the same time, I'm like, we've had that a couple of times. We had Mirror Mirror. We had Snow White and the Huntsman.
Oh, that's true.
Now, I mean, Disney wasn't at the helm of either of those, so maybe there's that. But
that's got to be tough too. Like different writers, different time period. Like to try and pick up on something like that. They're almost handicapping themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I, out of the list, the only two live action ones that I've seen now are Beauty and the Beast and The Lion King.
I would be the same.
I really like. I actually bought Beauty and the Beast on Blu-ray.
Sorry, from my headphone, it almost sounded like you said you bought Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
Oh,
on
wow.
Blu-ray. Yeah.
Really,
I don't know. I had, to me.
It's just I'm not smashing you for, because that's my favorite Disney as well. Just that you actually purchased a DVD is the flooring part of that
I purchased
statement.
Movies.
Hey, you got to keep the movie business in business so this podcast can live forever.
Continue, sir. I've cut you off.
Yeah. I haven't seen the Cinderella one, but I've recently been thinking about the fact that I should watch it.
Fair.
I haven't seen the Jungle Book, but I also haven't seen the original animated Jungle Book.
Oh, okay.
So I would, I think in each case for the movies I haven't seen, I would want to watch the animated one first.
Oh, for sure.
Really liked Beauty and the Beast. Adored Lion King today. I've seen just recently, like within the last year and a half, I saw Mulan for the first time.
The cartoon?
Yeah.
I guess I've seen
and the thing that's holding me back from being excited about the Mulan movie is the changes that they've announced they're making.
See, I'm not aware.
So change number one, there will be no singing. There's no musical numbers in the live action Mulan.
What?
Yeah. Get the microphone out of your mouth.
No.
This is why I'm so far away.
I take back all my
so
statements of excitement for Mulan.
Everybody with a headphone on right now thinks that you're the world's biggest a-hole.
For good reason. Why would they do that?
But so that's gone.
Okay.
And Mushu or whatever the dragon character.
Eddie Murphy, yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to be in it.
They're taking out a whole character.
Yeah, so here's essentially what it is. It is It is, and like who, Bruce Lee or Jet Li? Which one's still alive? Jet Li?
I have no idea.
Anyway.
Bruce Lee is deceased.
Okay, so Jet Li.
I guess,
Jet
is
Li's
alive.
in it. Like, so it's basically Disney's version of a kung fu movie.
Okay.
Or like a Japanese, is what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And my issue with it, because they go, well, maybe some of those songs are a little ridiculous and they don't fit, and then whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, it worked in the Beauty and the Beast.
It sure did.
I'm just thinking of Lion King tonight. Like, can you imagine if they cut all the songs? That's, like,
Yeah, so
weird.
my thing is like the reason why I liked Beauty and the Beast so much, my favorite scene in Beauty and the Beast,
Sure.
by far, is whatever that Belle doing her song where she's going through the town square and then everybody starts singing and it's this whole big, and it just felt so, even though it was live action, it felt Disney. It felt like this fantastical, magic, wonderful thing.
Right.
Lion King felt the same way. Like, I was so glad that that the songs that were there, they only added one song to the Lion King, which didn't even really count. It was just Beyonce singing as Simba runs back to the pride.
Yeah.
okay.
Which is like I had checked out this song beforehand, and I thought this song is trash. Like, I'm not looking forward to being in this movie. And when it happened in that scene when he was running back to Pride, I got goosebumps. I'm like, this song is so perfect in this circumstance.
And especially because Beyonce is voicing Nala.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so it kind of holds that extra,
Imagine being Donald Glover. They're like, whoever voices Timon, I don't know. They're like, you got to sing and you got to be note for note with Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
And it's like, Donald, you have to go note for note with Beyonce.
Beyonce.
It's like,
and he's like, Beyonce, like some other Beyonce, right? Like, no, the Beyonce.
I was actually thinking about that when I was watching today. I was like, that's so funny. Like, he must have been so nervous. Like, you have to sing with Beyonce.
Yeah. But so that's, I don't know. That's the thing, is I'm less excited about the Mulan because I feel like that's Disney. In my mind, if you're going to do these remakes, make them magical. Make them
For
fun.
sure.
Make them... and not that it won't be a great movie with some fun action and all this stuff, but it feels like Disney is going... and maybe this isn't the thought process behind it, but the way I interpret it is Disney saying, well, no one's going to believe the little dragon and stuff. And I'm like, no one's going to believe a beast. No one's going to believe lions that are singing, I just can't wait to be king. Like, it's not, we're not watching these movies because we go,
historically
we
accurate.
feel like they're,
Yeah.
That's the thing, right?
That's kind of what I was alluding to. Really, like, as long as they keep it tasteful, stick with the theme.
For sure.
Yeah.
Don't reinvent the wheel.
No.
Everybody loves these movies for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, you can make some creative. I don't think anybody's going to complain about the creative changes, but just stick to the basics. You don't have to do anything crazy.
So I'm all for these Disney remakes. I'm a little disappointed that, like, so my all-time favorite Disney animated movie, the movie that I think is untouchable and is, so I mentioned that I thought Lion King was incredible, but wasn't my favorite Disney animated movie.
Okay.
There's one Disney animated movie that I think is perfect.
Wow.
Like that there's nothing wrong with it at all. Like start to finish, end of the day, it is incredible.
Now I'm curious.
And for me, that's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Cool.
I don't know why.
Okay.
I'll take that.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
I don't know why. It's just, to me, that is the perfect animated movie. So I'm a little disappointed that that the new one's like a live action sequel almost. Just because I love the story and I'd love to see,
right.
I'd love to see the Huntsman and all that. Have you seen those ones? I imagine.
I haven't watched them.
Oh, really? Okay.
No, I didn't watch them.
I haven't seen them either.
They got pretty crap reviews.
Okay. I was just wondering, like, from your point of view, how they
I might get, I'll get around to them eventually. But even like I watched Once Upon a Time, like for the first 2-3 seasons maybe. And Snow White is a prevalent character in that. But that show took a lot of liberties with storylines and they changed stuff around a whole bunch. And
so it's different.
Anyways, let's talk about the voice acting. in this movie.
Yeah.
So the only returning cast member is James Earl Jones.
So they
good.
They veer. Oh, yeah.
He's amazing.
They veered away. There were a lot of Caucasian voice actors in the '94.
Oh yeah, no,
cartoon.
there's a lot of not just
African descent.
not even just black actors and actresses in this movie, but African.
Yeah, actual African descent.
Which is great. Like
Yes.
it's just kind of a fun,
It adds to the depth.
they've got accents and they've
Yes.
got and it kind of like it really fits the way that they're that they're talking.
Yeah.
So yeah, James Earl Jones returns.
Yes.
And as I mentioned in our last episode, bittersweet just because you can hear that he is
His age.
older, more tired James Earl Jones.
Right.
And there was actually a moment like when we were talking about Scar's voice earlier. The next time you watch this movie, listen to Scar's voice because Scar in this has got a very baritone, kind of deep, low voice. And I thought to myself, ooh, this guy would have been a good Mufasa. Like he would have had
Really?
that
Scar.
deep,
See, I don't know. Like, I couldn't picture Mufasa as anybody else. I didn't look up at any of the. I knew like you can't block yourself from the world, but I knew like Beyonce was in this one.
Yeah.
But I didn't look up anything else. And as soon as I heard Mufasa, I'm like, that's the same.
There
and
was-
if it's not, that guy has a spot on impersonation.
Yeah.
Like it was
It
perfect.
was good.
And I kind of liked the little bit of rasp. It almost made him sound like more powerful.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Made
like,
him seem wiser.
Yeah.
Yeah. Donald Glover was great as
Yeah,
adult
I didn't
Simba.
mind him. Yeah, I liked him.
Beyonce was great.
Yeah.
I'm not a Seth Rogen fan,
No.
but it was a great casting choice.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I do enjoy Seth Rogen movies, but
Yeah.
I thought he was like perfect.
Yeah,
like
it
an
was a
easy
great
choice.
choice.
Like he's got a perfect voice, his laugh and everything. Like,
Whoever they got to do Timon,
I thought he was good.
he's got kind of like a Nathan Lane sound to him, but had a little more. It was like Nathan Lane, but twice as flamboyant. Like it was a very flamboyant Timon that we got at moments. But that was like it was. Yeah, it worked. Right.
Yeah,
it was good.
I thought he was fine.
Rafiki was spot on.
Yeah.
Zazu, I love me some
John
Rowan
Oliver
Atchison,
did-
but John Oliver did pretty good.
He did a good
Zazu.
job. I prefer. Actually,
Zazu?
I'm gonna say,
Mhm.
I think I prefer, voice acting wise. I think I prefer every version of the original better than the new one.
Sorry, say that again.
Like I thought that Nathan Lane was better than the Timon that we got
Oh, okay.
in this one. I liked them all,
Yep.
with the exception of one. There was one voice actor in the new one that I just didn't work for me.
Scar.
No, I didn't, and I didn't mind that. But
me,
I did think Jeremy Irons was better.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure. That
Rafiki was good, but I thought the original guy was a little bit better. Like,
I like the
maybe
original
that's
Rafiki. That's one I can
I've got
agree
such a bias here.
Yeah.
Of
right?
course.
Like,
Of course.
The one that didn't work for me
Mm-hmm.
was little like young Simba.
Simba.
Yeah. For some reason,
new one.
it just didn't. It didn't. I didn't like it.
He had a very feminine voice.
Well, and see, but I don't know. It wasn't even just that to me. It was, and I think like he did a fantastic job. Wow, like the scene in the gorge after Mufasa dies.
Oh,
that
yeah.
the crying and the emotion that kid put in there was incredible.
Yep.
But the scene leading up to the song "Just Can't Wait to Be King."
Right.
When Simba and Nala are walking and they're talking about going to check out the elephant graveyard and all this stuff.
Yep.
The acting in that scene felt so awkward to me.
There was a couple of scenes when they were wrestling. I don't know if you picked up
So
on that. Was a
awkward.
really weird scene for me as
It
well.
would like,
Yeah.
and I don't know
As
if it
kids
was like the
wrestling, so-
sound
Yeah.
design was kind of strange too in those. Like there was just a couple of kid, like lion cub moments that felt strange.
Yeah. There'd be like complete silence for like 5, and you just hear like a little grunt or something. Yeah, it was
And
weird.
so like
Yeah.
but and even it wasn't even just the delivery of their lines in those moments or in that scene, but like even just like if you listen to what their line was, it's like that's that's awkward, the way they're like, oh, I don't know if we should be doing this, and like, it was just, and they delivered it in such amateur kid actor ways,
Right.
Which, like, I get that they're kids,
Sure.
but in Hollywood these days, in the acting world, there's zero excuse for that.
Right.
Like, there are children actors out there that are professional, like, crazy good actors.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know, that was the only part that I felt was weird and didn't really work for me.
Yeah.
But aside from that, all of the voice acting was good.
Mm-hmm. You know who they considered for Scar?
Who?
Sean
Shut
Connery.
up. No,
Okay, that was a joke.
No. Butthead. So yeah, I don't know. It's just a bunch of the Cub stuff I thought was weird, and I think a part of that is that, like, in this movie there was some incredible visuals. Like,
yes.
there are scenes, they extended the scene right at the beginning. They kind of show when Scar is hunting that mouse and having the monologue with the mouse in his den at the beginning.
Yeah.
They extended the scene to show us that mouse's journey to the den.
Right.
And they did
true.
it like, I think there were scenes like that were done just to show off what they were accomplishing visually.
Right.
Like,
even the Rafiki thing with the hair, I thought the same thing. Like,
yes.
that was like
Yeah.
a 2 minute.
Yeah,
Not
it's
2
like, you're
minutes,
just
but
showing
yeah,
us
they were
what you can do,
they're
and
just
I'm fine
flexing
because it's
the
beautiful.
Disney money. Yeah.
So two things with that. One, in extension of that, some of the visuals that you get in a live action movie compared to the cartoon, like some of these were like Planet Earth-esque, like just some of the skylines, the star night, the sunrise, the sunsets were fantastic. But two, some of the technology, and don't have an understanding of all what was involved with this, but it sounded like they had some VR components to it, so some virtual reality where the actors would put on VR glasses and the team would all work together with a VR reality, and they would actually be visualizing different things while they were working on things.
Right. So I've got a point to that, but so there were some incredible visuals, but there were a couple of moments where I didn't buy the Cubs. Like, where I was like,
Simba
this
now.
looks, like maybe when they were wrestling or something, maybe
Sure.
some more complicated things to animate.
Yeah.
I was just like, that doesn't look as real to me. But then there were scenes,
Like visually.
Visually, okay.
But then there were scenes where I was like, this is, like, aside from the fact that they're talking, this is insane. Like, I can't wrap my head around that. But with the VR thing, there is, and what movie was it that they was it Rango?
Oh.
The lizard one? I think
Yes.
this is me. It was in the special features for this that I saw it. But there's a way that they can, like, when you're doing mocap, and you have a scene that's 100% digital,
Right.
they can load up, or was it Jon Favreau was doing it with the Jungle Book? I don't know. But they can rig up, they can build a 3D virtual space.
Interesting.
And then they can input or program that 3D virtual space into a camera.
Okay.
And then have mocap actors act out a scene in a mocap studio, and have the director walk around that scene with the camera, and not only is it showing him a pretty primitive unrendered version of it, but he's seeing the animated characters inside of that world, and that's what he's filming.
That's
incredible. They can film it and record it that way.
Oh, cool.
And capture the performance.
Sure.
And then the effects team goes in and renders it and tweaks it and makes it like. And to me, that's crazy exciting technology.
That's so crazy.
Because that blends the world between, like, I'm so glad that we ended up that Andy Serkis really pushed this mocap thing.
Right.
And that mocap, like, that we've all kind of universally decided that mocap and
cool.
and not only mocap. See, they're not calling it that anymore. It's instead of motion capture, it's performance capture.
Oh, cool.
Because now not only will they, like in the case of like the new Avatar movies, not only are you covered in dots and whatever, and they're capturing your movements,
Sure.
Yeah.
to make sure your movements are spot on, but there'll be like a little boom arm that comes out from this headset or this helmet that you're wearing, that has basically a GoPro that is pointed at your face and is picking up and reading all these little paint markers that are on your face, and they're actually capturing your facial expressions as well. Wow. And then they'll overlay Caesar the ape onto you, or
Right.
they'll do whatever else.
Right.
But it's performance capture. They're picking up, you'll also have a microphone, so when Andy Serkis is making he's voicing Caesar.
Sure.
They're getting everything. Pretty much all of it is Andy Serkis, and then they're just kind of like putting a monkey skin on top of him, right?
Yeah.
So to me, that's so cool.
What a strange world we live in.
And I don't know how much of that was, maybe some of that.
Yeah.
Maybe Rafiki was mocapped.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. It would make
a
sense.
human-esque body.
Yeah. Yeah.
More so than like obviously the lions and stuff like that.
Right. Right.
Did you guys pick up in a couple of scenes too? And I noticed it a lot with like grown Simba, Mufasa, Scar. When you're watching a movie and the audio and the video is delayed by like a quarter of a second, but you can just tell that it's off.
I didn't pick up on that.
There's a couple of times like my OCD was just the lips were not saying what the words that were coming out.
I didn't notice that.
I couldn't not see it.
I'm glad I didn't notice that, because that is the worst.
I don't remember if I saw it picked up on the first time, but this time there's not a lot, and it was it only seemed to be with the adult lions.
Weird.
And it wasn't a lot of scenes. It was like maybe like 3-4 times, but and then I was kind of like really focusing on it, and then there's a couple times it's like spot on, like
right.
And it's animation. It's not a human talking, so it's obviously different. But
sure,
there's a couple times where their mouth is not even close to what they were saying, and I couldn't unsee it. So it's funny that we're talking about all this crazy tech, but then there's some things where like they just it's so difficult to do, and lions aren't meant to speak like humans, so it's not a natural thing to do.
It was an awkward thing to probably have to try to animate.
Yeah. And they did like, it was only a couple of times, but I was just like, once I saw it, I was like, oh, I can't unsee it.
Do you guys think there's been some maybe less high quality movies with quote unquote speaking cognizant animals? Do you think they made the right decision with having their mouths move, or would it have been better if the lion just stood there, mouth still, and the words are coming?
They have to move.
Okay.
If there's a group of lions, you wouldn't know who's talking. Right?
Like, and I know just some movies are like that.
Super difficult.
And I can't think of a good example. They're all kind of crap. But I was just wanted to raise the question.
Homeward Bound is like that, and it works for Homeward Bound.
Yeah.
Gosh,
it does
so
work.
Long, I can't even remember.
That's true. Yeah. Different, very different. Yeah.
Do you know what I love?
The Lion King.
The Lion King. And Snow White.
And that. And
VR.
And that. Yeah, that is
mocap.
Sure. What do you like, Brady?
I like eating at Norm's.
Norm's Diner. Ooh. Norm's Diner has been fresh since 1947.
It's so good.
And it's also Hanover's oldest restaurant.
It is.
So I think it's just, for many reasons, it's amazing.
And super updated now. Like, it's licensed, and they've got like TVs hanging on the wall, but it hasn't lost its
diner
lost
touch.
Its charm.
No.
And check out their Instagram page, because every week they have like a burger of the week.
Ooh.
And it is the reason why I don't have any money.
Or a six-pack.
Yeah,
no, I love Norm's.
No, they don't sell six-packs.
Like,
just pints.
I meant abdominal six-pack.
Anyways, that was it's so shameless.
Yeah.
But that's great. No, Norm's is super, like,
shout out to Norm's Diner in Hanover.
Norm's is awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Music.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great music in this movie.
There was. I mean, they had a pretty good bass line to work with. Yeah.
They had Beyonce.
Beyonce. You know what? It was good. How can we make it better? Beyonce. Oh, yeah, good idea. Good idea, Joe.
They have Beyonce singing Elton John songs. Like
Yeah.
how, like, you know,
Yeah.
how do you come back from that?
Cooking with gasoline.
You know, there's no way, you know.
Yeah.
Trivia, me.
All right.
Us.
Yes.
I'm going to do 2 questions
Okay.
for now.
All right.
One's kind of a fluffy, just kind of like, just to get you warmed up. The other, we'll see how it is.
Okay.
Okay. So, you know Key and Peele, the kind of, I guess you'd classify them as comedians in the last few
They're in
years.
Toy Story 4.
Yeah. So in the last few years, they've kind of branched off into different projects. So you've kind of ruined the question a little bit.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding. So Keegan-Michael Key, he is in 3 different Disney films. Can you name the 3 films, either of you? You can work together.
He said Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
Toy Story 4. Thanks, Brady.
I'm pretty sure he was in this. Like, okay, so hang on. There was a moment, and I'm trying to remember what characters it was.
Okay.
I think maybe it was Timon and Pumbaa, like Timon and Pumbaa's friends.
Okay.
Yeah, it must be or was it some of the hyenas? I don't know, but there was a moment where I was like, are those the 2 guys from Toy Story 4? And then I dismissed it just as quickly because they didn't have a very big role.
Right.
And I was like, no, probably not. I'm probably just thinking that it is.
Sure.
But now that this question is a question,
Right.
now I'm thinking maybe I'm not so crazy.
Well, no.
Were they in this?
So not both of them, just Keegan-Michael Key. So he was in The Lion King. He was one of the hyenas.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And the 3rd movie that he's in that's a Disney film.
It's got to be recent because they're just starting to.
Not a clue.
Yeah.
Inside Out?
No, Tomorrowland.
That's a live action one.
Yeah. I just said Disney. I didn't say
No, I
anything.
know, but I'm yeah, I'm just not sure. I'm trying to picture them.
Okay.
I liked Tomorrowland.
Is that with George Clooney?
Yeah.
Straight up, I'm going to be honest with you because that's how we roll.
Yeah.
I watched it about 70% of the way through, and I just stopped and I never came back. And I'm not sure why, I just couldn't get into it.
It's
fine.
tough to watch movies 15-minute increments.
That movie I watched all at once, and then I just stopped.
No, that's fine. You can be wrong.
I plan on it. Okay, so since you kind of trumped that question, I'm going to replace it with an easier question. Okay. There's 2 Star Wars connections to The Lion King tonight. So the real easy one is James Earl Jones, Darth Vader.
Yeah, and Donald Glover.
Let's direct the questions towards Kevin.
All right,
Okay,
Kevin,
so
no.
I'm gonna. Here's
Did
the
I get
fun.
my disclaimer out that I
Here's-
am not a huge movie buff
Here's-
aficionado?
here's Wow.
I would have never even gotten close to that.
So for the record, for those who aren't as amazing as Brady,
Lando Calrissian
in the
Solo.
a Star
Yeah.
Wars movie. Okay, here's the final question that I wanted you to warm
All right,
up
I'm
for.
not even gonna. I won't even answer.
This one.
Final boss.
This is.
If Kevin can't get it, I'll jump in. We'll tag team.
Okay.
I would classify this as medium to hard, but we'll see. It might be easy. Who are the only 4 people who worked on the original animated film that reprised their respective roles in the new live-action movie?
That's so hard.
Mufasa?
Who are the only
like-
4 people
Okay.
who worked on the original film and the new one?
The Mufasa guy.
Yeah, so James Earl Jones.
So
yeah.
that's one.
One. That's as far as I'm gonna get.
Okay. Hans Zimmer.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
So 2.
I mean, okay. I'm gonna talk this out loud.
They get harder. Just
Yeah,
so you
I'm
know.
gonna out loud.
Please.
I should've got that
I
one.
mean, Elton John's music appears again, but I don't think, I think his work was done. I don't think he did anything for this new one. I think they just used his music again. Yeah. See, at this point, and it's not the director, so I feel like now we're talking about producers and stuff, and that's I don't know if Bob Iger counts. Probably not. Yeah, I'm thinking that's about as far as I'm gonna get.
So you're warm. So the third is actually Elton John.
Oh, okay.
So he also returned to rework his musical compositions from the original film before his retirement.
That's fun.
And the fourth is another songwriter, Tim Rice. He also came back, and he actually performed a new song, or actually I don't know if he performed, but he wrote a new song for the end credits called Never Too Late.
Oh, okay. We didn't stay for those.
No, I think it was maybe even performed by Elton John. Okay. But anyway, those were the 4 carryovers.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, at least one of my 3 questions momentarily stumped you.
Yeah.
So I can keep that in my back
I'm going to
pocket.
give Brady a 75. That's a pass. That's
a
pass.
That's pretty good.
All right.
Good
Thanks,
for you,
guys.
Brady.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Can I just say, so I've got one question for the biologist listeners here. I guess I just don't have an understanding of ecosystems enough. So this isn't my own thought. Other people are aware of this. But in the cartoon and this, Pride Land, kind of the visual of Pride Land is a mirror to its moral status of when Scar is king, it's deader than a doornail. When Mufasa was king, like it's vibrant, it's alive, it's whatnot. I just don't understand when you eat all the prey or chase them out of Pride Land.
That was the other thing.
Shouldn't everything be lush and green? Like, shouldn't everything be lush and green because there's no one eating the grass? But maybe it breaks the circle of life. Like maybe it breaks this. Like,
there was no
ecosystem.
manure.
Yeah,
I want to know where'd the water go. Why'd the water dry up?
Yeah, that like it just seems more like a story narrative of like let's mirror what's morally going on versus actually what would happen in an ecosystem. I was just curious.
I don't think I made the connection in the original that when the lightning strikes and causes that fire, that's totally Mufasa. That's Mufasa's role in this fight.
What do you mean?
Because
what?
Because listen, because when Simba is having the conversation,
it's
in the sky, it's a lightning storm.
Okay.
So that's totally Mufasa going, "Let me help."
I mean, I've never thought of that before, but that's not outrageous.
It's totally Mufasa.
That's not outrageous. Yeah,
totally is.
Fair.
Here's a question, kind of an out there question.
Okay.
How intentional, how deliberate do you think the decision not to give any of the animals genitals was?
Completely.
In the new one?
In the new one.
Completely on purpose. Like, completely. It's a Disney movie.
2019, they're going to get complaints.
Yeah.
I didn't actually notice that.
But they also never, in this movie, they never show any of the male lions walking away from the camera. You never see any of them from behind.
Not even Scar?
Not even Scar. So I think it was done in such a way to go,
really?
You can't see the genitals, but...
what about Mufasa when he's walking with Simba at the beginning? He got it. Wasn't there a behind scene?
I felt like there were, but... Yeah, maybe
there wouldn't be, because think about it. It would have looked weird. You would have gone, oh, you're a Ken doll down there, huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
It would have been distracting. It would have been weird.
Like, either way.
Guys are pervs.
Either way. No, but either way.
I'm just kidding.
Either way, like, had they put everything in and it was like, oh, wow, those are big lion testicles, would have been very noticeable. And I feel like the other way around, if it was like just a smooth nothing there, you also would have been like, that.
Oh, so you're saying that there was no scene, so we don't know.
I think even in the shots that they showed you, I think had they decided to make them 100% anatomically correct, I do think you would have seen something.
Yeah.
But I think they were also pretty selective about their shots so that you questioned it less.
Is this a thing? Is this like something you noticed they didn't, or did they like make a statement that they're?
It's just something I noticed during the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess they just want to steer away from anything remotely controversial.
Sure.
Right? I mean, I get it.
Yeah, you can't please everybody, but
yeah. Anyways,
probably
just
the same for
something
I thought your biology question. I think Brady alluded to this in the past podcast. was what were they going to use for the mythical fruit? That whatever you, I'm not going to say any religious terms
Right.
that they put on Simba.
Right.
And
What
this
is-
one though, it was like
Weed thistle or something.
red sugar. I don't even know what it was.
Yeah,
I was
but
like,
I mean,
no.
it was more.
Yeah, that's true.
It was more believable.
Yeah,
it made
it
more
was.
sense. You're
But
like,
I was
okay,
really, I remember. So I listened to your guys' podcast
Oh,
on the
thanks.
original.
I wondered who
Yeah.
one of
Yeah.
the two viewers were.
I got my mom to watch it too.
Oh, I knew it.
But I was actually after listening to that, you guys were joking about it. I was like, I wonder what they're gonna use.
Yeah.
And then, sure enough, they didn't use anything.
No.
They're like,
curve. Because it's in the original, like, so we only see Rafiki's staff like once.
oh, can we talk about that?
Yeah.
He pulls it out.
Baby.
And you're like, there it is.
Sorcerer in
Yeah.
this-
But because whatever that completely BS fruit is from the first one,
Okay,
he's got a couple of in the original, he's got
On
a
the
couple
stick.
of them like attached to his staff.
I'm just for playing devil's advocate. There are some fruit I'm sure we are unaware of. Like there has to be things that are not common in North America that are just
Well, look it up.
commonplace in
Google
Africa.
it right now.
It was a
Google it right
coconut-
now. What
it-
is the fruit?
If you guys
It's
name?
a
communicate,
coconut
I'll
with
look it
red
up.
fluid in it.
Yeah, it's
if you
little
Google that and
past
it
its
comes up
ripeness.
fine.
Yeah.
But no, so in this one, like, they use like that. Yeah, it's like a root or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I still don't know what that is, but I buy it
Yeah,
more.
oh no, it's definitely more. Well, and like you said, I hope Peter doesn't find something that's like, it's
the-
blah blah blah.
It's
from
the African
some
remote
remote-
coconut.
some remote island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Like,
Yeah.
it's their national fruit.
Interestingly, one thing. So there was a couple of things that happened throughout this movie where it ventured away from 100% realism, but it was still kind of fun. Like it was like that magic moment. And yeah, one of those being in this version of The Lion King, Rafiki still definitely practices witchcraft.
Yeah,
or like he's still got some powers.
Yeah.
You know, magic is a thing in this. Like he's when like the thing with all the bugs on the thing, and then he like brushes the bugs away, and it's like the cartoon Simba thing. Yeah.
Can I say I completely thought when he was picking the bugs and putting them on that tree trunk, I thought to make the Simba picture, I thought he was going to squish the bugs and their guts was going to leave some type of imprint.
I was waiting for oh my goodness. Holy cow, you guys. It's like midnight. I was waiting for when in the cartoon when they're getting Simba, they're like, we eat bugs. Try a bug. You know, and he says slimy yet satisfying.
Right.
There's like some they're like biting into them and pulling them apart in the cartoon. And there's like some green goo and some like ooze coming out. So I was waiting for that, right? Like in this one, Timon's got that big white and black, like juicy looking
cream one
caterpillar. And I was expecting to see one get squished or ripped apart and like some guts to come out, but it didn't happen.
In the new one too, along those when Simba's growing up, Pumbaa, which I don't think they say in the original, he's like, "Oh, you've gained 400 pounds." And it's after did anybody else think like how many of these bugs did he eat to gain 400 pounds?
I know, and I mean, yeah, to be a
huge,
fully grown proper male lion.
Yeah,
he's eating a lot of bugs.
Yeah.
Okay, so returning to what we were talking about.
Yeah, what is the fruit?
According to Adunia, which is some company or business I found online, it's baobab fruit.
Baobab.
That's how you pronounce
Okay,
the tree.
Google a picture of it.
Yeah,
I want a picture. I want to see what this actually looks like. If this is
the
a
tree
thing.
or the fruit?
The fruit. Screw the tree.
It's probably just gonna be a picture of a coconut.
Yeah, it'll look like a watermelon. Here.
What?
Right there.
No, that thing doesn't have juice in the middle.
That one's dehydrated.
That's
Search like the inside of that.
Those are red blood
that's
cells.
ground beef.
Okay, that is definitely a red blood cell. Okay, so the Google Images is not cooperating, but this website claims that it's bad fruit.
Brady's correct. It's a mythical fruit.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't really care enough about this to.
Okay,
Go
so
through
does
the
anyone
ringer.
else have anything really crucial?
No.
Let me just think. I don't think so.
Okay, so final say, out of 10, Kevin.
Ooh. Can I pass and think about it?
Sure.
Please do.
Okay.
Pete.
So it's between a 9.4 and a 10.
Wow.
Okay.
It's very close. So like story, rewatchability, enjoyment. If
Right.
it had its intended goal of entertaining me or what, like if it's a thriller.
Can we add
comedy.
on? Can we do an original and a live action comparison?
Like, you want
not
2
comparison,
scores?
but like 2 scores. You know?
Yeah.
Sure.
of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we
Oof.
gave ours last time. So yeah, but
Yeah.
you certainly can.
Please.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
I watched that episode. I swear, but I did. I just it's late.
Yeah.
So for me, I would say I give it somewhere between. I'd give it an 8.75.
Cool.
Okay, you guys are very. See, I would. So the original, I'd have to go like 8.9, and this one I'll go like 8.1.
Okay,
Cool.
so still within that 8.
Yeah,
Still
solid 8.
Still in the
It's a lower 8 than.
yeah, but still in the
I'm
the
tempted to
high
give-
percentile.
Yeah.
And I should clarify, like my scale is kind of different than yours. Like mine is just each question is a 0 for no, 1 is a maybe, and 2 is an absolutely. So it's kind of like a coma scale. Like, was this movie absolute crap? It's a 0.
Okay.
Was it amazing? It's a 10. So that doesn't mean that if I gave a movie an 8 last week, I think it's worse than a movie that's 10 out of 10. It's just trying to give an indication like it was really good or it was really crap. Just a real quick number. Just
See,
to,
for me, it's like in order to get above a 9, it's something that like no matter what I'm doing, where I am, if somebody's like, "Hey, let's watch X," I'm dropping
Down.
it and I'm watching that.
right?
Yeah.
Down
Whereas
to
Lion
watch.
King, I really like it, but I don't think it's one of those movies that if I couldn't watch it once a month.
No.
Or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in order to be a 9, that's got to be like,
Yeah.
I can watch this anytime, anywhere. I'm down.
The question I'm going to pose to you guys is there's a magic genie that comes out and you have 3 wishes and they're all the same wish and you can only basically have 3 bullets to use and would you use it one on Lion King? You can pick 3 movies and forget everything that happens and essentially rewatch it for the first time. Would you use that for either, well, more so the cartoon Lion King? Would you use one of your 3 bullets for that movie to
For the
rewatch
original Lion
for the
King?
original Lion King
Nah.
to watch it again?
Nah,
Kevin?
And I
at
can
all.
pick any movie.
Any
I want.
movie would
no,
Lion King- no?
Surely I can't think of 3 off.
No,
there's
I'm-
gotta be
there's-
3 that I'd prefer
Okay.
over that.
Okay,
Oh, I can
just
think.
thought-
Yeah.
I mean, just the odds are. I'm
Just
gonna
thought
say
I'd-
no.
Off the top of my head, Back to the Future would be one of them.
Of course it would. For you.
Yeah. Maybe Lord of the Rings.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's tough.
Right? Like if I
The
had no
series.
idea
Yeah.
what was going to happen.
that'd
and
probably be
honestly,
if we're counting series,
Yeah.
that's got.
yeah, and then honestly, definitely, like if I could go through, if I could sit down and watch Star Wars and have no idea that Vader's Luke's dad,
Right.
or that Luke and Leia are siblings, or like any of that,
Yeah.
know that, like, because I can still remember one of the greatest like movie theater experiences for me was watching Attack of the Clones. And that moment where Yoda walks out, throws his cane aside, and starts flipping around,
baby.
the theater went nuts.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what hit them.
Yeah.
Right? And so to be able to relive moments like that
Right.
would be pretty cool.
Right. But yeah, so Lion King is not one of the 3.
No, I don't think
You're
so.
essentially asking like, is this a top 3 movie? Almost.
Yeah, that's true.
Kinda
That's a different way.
ish.
Yeah. That's a different way
Yeah.
of asking it.
And
It's-
I'd say no.
Fair. Yeah, fair.
Yeah. Okay, well, that'll just about do it for us.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in and listening to this episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
If you have enjoyed it, click share. Share it on Facebook. Share it around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps.
You can. Yeah, never mind.
No,
You
you
can
can what?
listen.
No, come on. You can what? What were you gonna say?
You can pick your nose. You can't pick your friend's nose, but you can pick your podcast.
I literally just said that, like the original version of that.
Mm-hmm.
I literally just said that to my girlfriend yesterday.
And she's still your girlfriend?
She told me that if I wanted to, I could pick her nose.
Wow.
Yeah. So I
Interesting.
I don't know.
And
I don't
she's
know what that
cool with
means.
you publicizing this.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Kevin, we'd like to thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for coming.
thanks.
Yeah.
So Kevin,
That was
we
a
have
lot of fun.
we have a little tradition at the end of our episodes here,
Okay.
where we give a shout out
Oh,
to
jeez.
anybody.
I got
that
one.
Okay, perfect.
In order to make this podcast happen today,
okay.
Shelly Thompson
Oh,
came in clutch, came into work for me,
Ooh,
picked
doctor.
it up so I could sneak out, watch Lion King with you guys.
And what was
come
her
in.
name?
Shelly.
Thompson.
Shelley.
And
Shelley!
ironically,
She made it happen for
I
me.
saw
so I
her
appreciate
driving
that.
like a maniac in town, just coming to try and save your bacon, and I was like, "Hey,
It was.
I saw her."
Shelley.
She came in the bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. I was just losing hope
Yep.
that I was going to make it.
Yeah,
She shows up, perfect.
Shelley,
yeah.
Shelley, wherever you work, whatever you do, keep it up.
Yeah.
yes.
But yeah, thanks a lot for having me. I had a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy listening to your podcast. I'll continue to do so.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll
Awesome.
do this some other time.
Absolutely.
I wish more
Alright.
people would lie to us like that.
Every movie that I've seen, I've watched. I have been holding off on Toy Story 4 until
That's
I
true.
see it.
Kevin was. This is a little trivia fact. Might be a question in future episodes. He was the first of my friends to like our page. So, I mean, hey,
Support the homies.
support the homies.
See, but I mean, that's, to say he's the first of your friends to like the page.
I guess
is like
that's more of
wait,
an indication that his notification on his phone works, and
I
maybe
know,
other people
but
were doing
hang
something.
on.
Sure.
To say that he's the first of your friends to like the page
Yeah.
is the same as you saying Earth is the first planet that you visited. It's the only planet.
Are you saying that I only visit your guys' Facebook?
No, I'm saying you're his only friend.
Oh, I see. I got the connection now. Yeah.
It was mean. It was, but it was good spirited.
It was well played.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening,
Yeah,
everyone.
thanks for listening. Tune in this Sunday. We're gonna have a regular episode
About stuff.
about stuff.
Do we know what it is, or are you
Yeah,
guys
do you
keeping
wanna
it
know?
close?
Yeah.
Do you want to know? Should we spill the beans on that?
It's up to you guys. You
So
can,
we're
It's-
actually, for the first time in like
Weeks.
10 episodes, we're not gonna do a movie review.
Actually,
Okay.
so that's our first 2 were like that.
Yeah, I know. So 10
Oh, you're gonna do, like, a
episodes.
topic.
It's been 10.
Oh,
episodes
I'm
since,
sorry.
you know.
Yes.
Okay.
Pardon me.
Wow. Yeah, so we're going to do a topic. We're going to talk about we're essentially going to just break down the Marvel Hall H Comic-Con presentation. We're going to talk about Phase 4 and what the MCU looks like moving forward. And we'll briefly touch on, what
Other
it looked
things.
like up until this point.
Yeah.
But it'll mostly be the future of the MCU.
is this the time where I tell everyone to bring out their pitchforks? Because I've seen Iron Man 1 and 2. And that's it.
Okay, so
Sorry, this will be the last time you hear from me.
Brady,
guys.
how do you delete this
I'm
episode?
gonna
Let's
spend-
not
Just
air
cut
it.
that. Cut that in post.
I'm gonna spend
cut
a
that.
lot of time just editing out all of Kevin from this episode.
I blew it.
Wow,
There's time.
Come at me.
Yeah.
you dirty rascal, you street rat.
You street rat.
Okay, well, until next time.
Oh, actually, I do want to say, just because this was a term we coined when we were originally making this podcast, thank you for being an honorary movie man.
An honorary
Feel
movie.
that.
Yeah.
Throw it in the bio. Next
Yeah.
intro. I want that in
Oh,
there.
yes. Let me just add that.
Throw it
in.
in
What are we doing?
I'm just working on his bio for the next
for the
time he
intro.
does
The
something.
next next guest, honorary member.
Yeah,
Take
there
it.
we go. All right, put that on your LinkedIn,
If you need me for a resume for that,
That's
just-
actually above the 2-time.
your
too.
eHarmony. There you go. Plenty of fish.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening.
All right, and see ya.